It was a real busy week. I had to watch the Oscar Awards and the season finale of The Bachelor. Now, if you think I watched that stuff, you got another thing coming. This is Take the Pizza. Not rainbows, unicorns, and sunshine, butterflies. If you think that's what I'm talking about, you could go find another podcast. Cause, that's not me. So what do I watch? I watch hockey, obviously, because I talk about betting sports, and it's not football season, it's not baseball season, it's hockey season. So I talk about, so obviously I watch that since I talk about, handicap and hockey. But so what do I watch besides sports? Let's see, on Netflix, the last thing I watched, I just finished watching Valor. I have the controls. I think that show's like on a regular channel, but I watch it on Netflix as I edit out the commercials. I don't have time for all that stuff. I watch like 3 episodes a day, and then I go to another show. I don't gotta sit there and go every Tuesday at 9 o'clock. I gotta be home so I could watch this show. I don't do that stuff. And then so I finished watching that last week, and then this week I just started watching, and I finished already, Queen of the South, another show on Netflix. I think that's on USA or something, but once again, I don't need all those commercials, so I don't have to sit there. It's like an hour show. It's really like 45 minutes and then 15 minutes of commercials. If it was up to the people doing the commercials, it'd be 45 minutes of commercials and then 15 minutes of shows. But, that's the good thing about Hulu and Netflix. Or if you have the DVR, you could just eliminate the commercials. Cause, I don't have time for commercials. I'm not buying anything. I buy the same things all the time. I'm not buying, what am I going to Pizza Hut? Nobody could out-pizza the Hut. I could out-pizza the Hut. But I'm not going to be buying, I don't need to see 14 in a row of Papa John's and Pizza Hut commercials. I'm still going to go to the same pizza places I go to. And, so that's what I've been watching. And making some money here on the hockey. I had Minnesota last night. They won 6-2 over Carolina. And I had Nashville, who beat Dallas 2-0. So 2-0 last night, and I got no action today. So I'm looking at a couple games I wrote down here for tomorrow. I'm looking at Vegas over Detroit, Florida over Montreal, Columbus over Colorado, and Tampa Bay over the Rangers. Now, when I say I'm looking at, that means I haven't really made up my mind yet. So right now, depending on how today goes, there could be injuries and stuff. So, I'm talking about, today's Wednesday. Those are Thursday's games. So, I'll probably take 2 or 3. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4 I just threw out right there that I'm looking at. I could take 1, I could take 2, I could take 3, I could take 4. Or I might not even get on any of them. That's the beauty about living in Las Vegas. Sports every day. You don't have to throw down every day. You fly out here, and you want to throw down some money, get some action on something. If you're only here for the weekend, you're gonna have to take something. But I live here. I don't have to go crazy. I don't have to take something every day. Because that's when you know you got a problem. So, but I am taking. This is the pick I'll put out there for you. Boston over Chicago on Saturday. All right, so that's a definite that I'm taking. All right, so that's the hockey right there. So I'll go into the podcast. So don't hit that other button. Start looking at another video. I'm done talking sports. So the other day, my friend gets a flat tire, and he calls me up. He's like, "Hey, I got a flat tire." I said, "Why? What are you calling me for? You don't know how to change a tire?" And he's like, "Well, I know how to change a tire, but I don't know where I put my wheel lock." So I started laughing. He's like, "What's so funny?" I was like, the first thing I did when I got my SUV is I took all the wheel locks off. Because they don't do no good. All you gotta do is get some vice grips, and you could take off the wheel. So I drive down there to help them out. I got a 3-ton jack, throw it in the SUV, drive down there, and pulling out the jack, and my friend's looking in my seat. He's like, "Why you got a hammer in the front seat?" I said, in case somebody attacks me with a nail gun, I could defend myself. I got a lot of things in the truck. We might need a hammer to get the tire off. So I grabbed a hammer. I got the toolbox, and then I had a blowtorch in case we got to light the truck on fire to take the wheel off. So you don't question that. You question, why you got a hammer in the front seat? I got a welder in the back. What's the welder for? In case we want to weld the lug nuts on so they don't come off again. So I don't understand why you're sitting there talking about all that stuff. There's a hammer in the front seat. Yeah, it's a tool, and I got a toolbox in the car. What do you think I have? Something like I got AR-15 hammer. Look out, he's got a gun. I got a hammer. Duck. So I don't know what the hammer thing is. Yeah, so get the wheel off of it, 25, 30 minutes to get the stupid lock off. And I said, you better go home and take off all these other locks, put regular lug nuts on. It's ridiculous. If they're gonna steal your wheel and tire, just go get another wheel and tire. Or you just buy a car that they don't steal, So buy a Kia, they don't steal those. And I think they still. I've looked at the top, 20 most stolen cars, and since 1982, it's always been on the top of the list. It's been a 1997 Honda Civic, and that's been at the top of the list since 1982. Wasn't even out yet, but it was at the top of the list. It's been there. What year? It's 2018. Why is the 97? Do people walk around and go, "Oh, that's a 96"? And that's a 98, but yeah, we're not going to take that one. So let's make sure we get a 97. Is that a 97? Okay, let's get that car. It's always the 1997 Honda Civic. It's always at the top of the list for most stolen cars. It's over, 15, 20 years this car has been out there. Probably every single 1997 Honda Civics have been stolen by now, at least twice. So I don't know why that thing's always at the top of the list. And you always have your F-150s, your Silverados, your Escalades, always, sitting there in third, fourth, and fifth. And a Honda Accord is always number 2. So don't buy a Honda Civic or an Accord, or your insurance will go up. Because, as soon as you call, Geico, I got a new Honda Civic. And they say, well, your insurance is going to be $500. And the guy's going to be like, $500? That's great. I'm saving money. And they'll go like, no, it's $500 an hour. So that's the thing. The Honda Civics, they steal them. You got a Honda Civic, you're 1 out of 1 that your car is going to get stolen, especially if it's a 97. I don't know about today's Honda Civic. Maybe they're harder to get, but for some reason they're going after the 97. It's a classic car already. Pretty soon we're going to see it at Barrett Jackson and say, all right, here's a 1997 Honda Civic coming on the auction block. This car has been stolen 14 times. We're going to start the bidding at $7,000. So that's the Honda Civic there. The other day I went to the gym. A friend of mine was there. He's a millionaire. And the funny thing is, if you look at him, you wouldn't even, if you don't know him, you're like, this guy looks homeless almost. And he just got back. He went to go watch the Olympics in South Korea, and he's wearing the Olympic shirt. It's got, the rings in 2018, and it says, P.F. Chang's. And so I was like, yeah. He's like, you like my sweatshirt? I was like, yeah, it looks good. It's 2018, P.F. Chang's. And he's like, no, that's not P.F. Chang's. It's Pyeongchang. I said, what's the difference? It's a Chinese restaurant. Why don't you get like Team USA or something? So he's mad at me because I'm making fun of his P.F. Chang's Olympic shirt. And Is it the capital of South Korea? Seoul? Why wasn't the Olympics in Seoul? Had to be in. I thought Pyeongchang was North Korea. You know, the guy with the stupid haircut, and so he's like, "I'm gonna be on the treadmill. You want to go on the treadmill?" I said, "No, I don't want to go on the treadmill." I said, "I got the treadmill at home." I said, "Well, if I'm gonna go on a treadmill, I would have stayed home. I'm at the gym. I'm gonna lift some weights." So I said, "Well, I'm gonna go hit the bench press." And so he follows me over, and so I do a set, and he's like, "How many calories does this burn?" I said, "Calories?" I said, "What do you need calories for?" He goes, "Well, I'm on the treadmill. It tells me how many calories I'm burning." I'm like, I said, "I don't know. Do I look like I burn calories?" I'm like, "I don't know, maybe five every set. You do, 8 to 15 reps. You burn a calorie. So after 5 sets, you burn 5 calories." He goes, "Oh, yeah, I could burn a lot more calories on the treadmill." He goes, "Let's go do the treadmill." I said, "I'm not going to go do the treadmill." I said, "I'm here to work out." I said, "Listen, go on the treadmill. I'm going to hit the weights." I said, I don't even like talking when I'm at the gym. My workout is in and out. That's what my workout is all about. And I'm like, "All right, so listen, I'm gonna do the bench. You want to go to do the treadmill? Go do the treadmill." He's like, "No, no, you gotta come with me." So I ain't going to do no treadmill. I did the treadmill like a week ago. What I got to do it now for? And he's like, "All right, well." I said, "Well, I got to do another set." So I do another set, finish that up, and then after like 3, 4 more sets, I said, "I got to go do biceps now, so I'm going to go do some curls." He's like, "Well, why don't we just go to the treadmill?" So I'm not going to the treadmill. I said, "You want to go to the treadmill? Go on the treadmill." So I do the bicep curls, and he's still sitting there standing and talking to me. I said, "Well, Blake, what are you doing?" He goes, "Well, I figure maybe after this one we'll go to the treadmill." I said, "I'm not going on the treadmill. How many times I got to tell you I'm not going on the treadmill?" So he's like, "All right, well, maybe we'll go to the treadmill later." I said, "Later? What do you mean later?" I said, It's quarter to 12. I got to get out of here in 5, 10 minutes because I got to go over to Cane's because they close at midnight. I got to get some food." He's like, "Wait, you're at the gym working out, and then you're gonna go eat?" I said, "Yeah, I had lunch at 4 o'clock. It's now 11:45, and I got to get to Cane's before midnight because they're gonna close. So listen, you go do the treadmill. I'm gonna finish up, and I'm gonna go to Cane's." He's like, "There's something wrong with you." I said, "Yeah, obviously."